King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands participates in a military exercise in Eindhoven. Queen Mary of Denmark participates in a summit in Copenhagen. The Emperor and Empress of Japan attend a celebration in Tokyo. And King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain continue their state visit to the Arab Republic of Egypt. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Thursday, September 18th, 2025. In Cairo, Their Majesties, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain, accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the European Union and Cooperation, José Manuel Abares, continue their 4-day state visit to the Arab Republic of Egypt at the invitation of the President, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The purpose of the state visit is to strengthen bilateral ties and economic cooperation, while also reaffirming the deep historical, political, cultural, and human connections between the two countries. On Wednesday morning, Their Majesties arrived at the memorial to the martyrs in Nasser City, where they were warmly welcomed by the commander of the Central Military Region of the Egyptian Armed Forces. After the playing of the national anthems, they observed a moment of silence and laid a wreath. Thereafter, Their Majesties arrived at Al Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo, where they were warmly welcomed by the President and the First Lady of the Arab Republic of Egypt. In the mid-morning, His Majesty the King and the President participated in a bilateral meeting with members of the Egyptian and Spanish governments. Meanwhile, Her Majesty the Queen and the First Lady held a private meeting. In the afternoon, Their Majesties attended a luncheon hosted by the President and the First Lady. Following the luncheon, the King visited the Egyptian House of Representatives, where he met with the Speaker. Later, the King met with the President of the Egyptian Senate. This morning, the King opened the Spain-Egypt Business Forum, where he emphasized the importance of, quote, expanding the two nations' strategic partnership and strengthening economic cooperation, end quote. Meanwhile, Her Majesty the Queen traveled to the Sultan Foundation's Cultural Center in Cairo's City of the Dead. There, she presided over the inauguration of a photography exhibition by Egyptian and Spanish artists, attended a percussion performance, visited workshops, and met with women and young people supported by the Sultan Foundation. The Queen also visited the Sultan Cape Bay Mausoleum. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King visited the headquarters of the League of Arab States, where he met with the Secretary-General, Ahmed Abul Gait. This morning, in Larvodo, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, accompanied by the Minister of the State of the Principality of Monaco, Mr. Christophe Mirmont, attended the opening of the 13th edition of the Monaco Business Show, held inside the Sea Club at the Meridian Beach Plaza. On Tuesday evening, on the Place du Casino in Monte Carlo, Their Serene Highnesses, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco, participated in the symbolic 19th hole tee-off, thus closing the 4th edition of the Princess of Monaco Cup. The annual charity golf tournament is organized by the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation. According to the Palais Princier, the evening, quote, included an award ceremony, a charity auction, and a raffle, with all proceeds going directly to the Foundation's programs that support children worldwide. A heartfelt tribute was paid to Eddie Jordan, a longtime friend of the Foundation who passed away earlier this year. This tribute featured music performed by a Scottish pipe band in his honor, end quote. This afternoon, Their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Moscow of Japan, attended the 50th anniversary celebrations of the United Nations University in the Shibuya ward of Tokyo. In his speech, the emperor said, quote, "I hope that UNU will continue to create knowledge that will transform the world in order to carve out a secure, just, and sustainable future for all people." End quote. According to Kyoto News, UNU is the only UN organization headquartered in Japan. It is responsible for academic research and policy recommendations on global issues. On Wednesday in Copenhagen, Her Majesty, Queen Mary of Denmark, attended the final day of the 2025 Nordic Rare Disease Summit held at the House of Industry. Held under the theme, Acting 2030, Pushing Boundaries for Rare, the two-day summit, quote, gathered leading experts within academia and healthcare professionals, patients, decision-makers, and industry to discuss solutions with a joint aspiration of improving the quality of life for people living with rare diseases. End quote. On Tuesday in Oslo, Her Royal Highness, Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway, presided over the opening of the 27th edition of the Nordic Archive Days Conference. The theme of this year's conference was the importance of archives in society as our collective memory for future generations. In Oostakker, His Majesty King Felipe of the Belgians visited the Volvo Truck Center on the occasion of the center's 50th anniversary. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, the center is the Volvo Group's largest truck production facility worldwide. Volvo's entire European heavy-duty range is produced here. The plant employs nearly 4,000 people and produces around 40,000 trucks annually, largely for, well, export. A pioneer in sustainability, it became the first plant in the automotive sector to achieve carbon neutrality in 2007. Since 2023, it has also been fully dedicated to producing electric trucks. In Amsterdam, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, attended a plenary session on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of the Netherlands Brain Bank. According to RVD, the Netherlands Brain Bank, quote, collects brain tissue from both healthy donors and donors with a physical or psychological disorder. End quote. Meanwhile, at Eindhoven Air Base, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands participated in Day 1 of the International Military Airborne Exercise, Falcon Leap. Organized by the Royal Netherlands Army's 11th Air Mobile Brigade and Air Mobility Command, Falcon Leap is a military exercise in which cargo is dropped from aircraft to train for coordinated airborne operations, and paratroopers practice landing maneuvers. According to RVD, prior to the exercise, the king attended a briefing and spoke with paratroopers, receiving explanations about packaging the cargo, deploying it, and coordinating paratroopers in a wave, which is a formation of multiple aircraft flying together during a drop. Quote, thereafter, the king boarded the C-130 Hercules transport aircraft, where he participated in the exercise. In the cockpit, the king is given an explanation of the airdrop. End quote. On Wednesday evening in Colmar-Berg, their Royal Highnesses, Grand Duke Henri and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, and their Royal Highnesses, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, hosted a dinner for members of the government at Chateau de Berg. In Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, as honorary president, participated in his final meeting with members of the Trade and Investment Board. According to the Maison du Grand-Duc, the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Xavier Bettel, and the Minister of the Economy, Mr. Lex Delis, paid tribute to the Hereditary Grand Duke's, quote, commitment to the country's economic development. For nearly 25 years, he has contributed to Luxembourg's economic development by chairing no fewer than 70 official missions, including his very first to South Korea, at the age of just 19. End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Friday, September 19th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, your friends, and of course your pets, a wonderful afternoon. God bless. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.